Hey everyone, Ryan here at etrailer. Today on our 2023 Ford F-350, we're going to be checking out the B&W Companion fifth wheel hitch for trucks that have the OEM prep package. So I think it's really cool that not only Ford, but some of the other manufacturers of these late model trucks are starting to put the prep package in right from the factory. And so if you have that, it's going to make setting up a fifth wheel or even a gooseneck hitch for that matter extremely easy, since essentially these just drop right into place. So right off the bat, this is going to be a fixed style hitch, meaning you're not able to slide it back. And so ideally you're going to want to use this style in a truck that has a long bed, and that's because with that longer box, you're going to have more clearance, referring to the cab. With some of these fifth wheels, they overhang, and if you make tight turns, they could hit the cab corners on the short bed. So with the long bed, the fixed one will work out just fine. If you happen to have a short bed with the prep package and you like the B&W hitch, they make some that are sliders. That way when you make tight turns, you can disengage it. It'll slide back. I think it's about a foot or so, giving you some extra clearance. If you are familiar with the towing world at all, chances are really good you've probably heard of the B&W name, and there's a reason for that. The quality craftsmanship is outstanding. They make excellent products. They just work the way you'd expect them to. Very user-friendly. And I'm a huge fan of them, and that holds true with this particular setup as well. It's an excellent fit for the truck. It drops right in. You turn the handles to lock it down in that prep package. Everything's super solid and not going anywhere. With that in mind, this particular setup is going to be rated for 20,000 pounds. That's the maximum it can handle. If you're planning on pulling more than that, or just want to be on the safe side, have a little bit more breathing room and have something overbuilt, there's a 25,000 pound version available as well. With this one, the head actually articulates a little bit. And so what that's going to do is make hooking up to your trailer a little bit easier. There's some forgiveness there. And one of the things with the B&W is the jaw mechanism here. So it goes around in a complete circle. It's super thick steel, and it'll make for an excellent connection point. And this seems to help out a lot with that chucking or jarring that you can get when you're towing. You'll hit a bump or something, and some of the other ones, there's a lot more slop in here, and so that kingpin can bounce around. So that design should help make for a little more of a smooth ride. The handle mechanism is super easy to operate. So there's a pin in here that when you're all hooked up, it locks it down and prevents us from, being able to open it. I'd imagine too, you can probably put a padlock or something through there too if you really wanted to keep it secure and put your mind at ease a little bit with theft or something like that. But when you open this up, that's going to operate the jaw mechanism, and it's super smooth, easy to use, and honestly you can't really ask for too much more. Something a lot of people wonder is if a tonneau cover can work with the hitch in place. And I don't really see any reason why it wouldn't. Right now we have the hitch height on the medium setting. So even on the highest setting, it only bump it up, I believe, another inch. And just from eyeballing it, there should be more than enough room for the majority of the tonneau covers out there. And a lot of people wonder about toolboxes or maybe auxiliary tanks, something along those lines. And with the long bed, I mean, there's a ton of room here, so I don't really see any reason why something like that wouldn't work with the hitch either. Even though the hitch is heavy duty, actually somewhat manageable, especially for one person to actually be able to put in the truck and take it out. Something that makes it a little bit easier though is the head is actually detachable. So if you pull these pins out and lift up on these handles, you can remove that head and kind of split the difference there in terms of the weight. And it's nice too, these parts you can pick up separately too, so for whatever reason, if you end up damaging one of the parts or something like that happens, you can kind of just pick and choose what you want to replace to get you going again. Where the head sits, there's some bushings here, and again, kind of just like the jaw mechanism, these are actually going to help kind of quiet the ride down, absorb some of that shock and vibration, and just make for a smoother towing experience. Aside from that, not really a whole lot to it. You know, an excellent fifth wheel hitch that'll last a long time, you know, very well built and easy to use. So definitely won't be disappointed with it. But with that said, I think that'll about do it for our look at of the B&W fifth wheel trailer hitch for OEM prep packages on our 2023 Ford F-350 Super Duty.